I've been here for more than 2 years. So I haven't actually been to Australia for quite a long time. And so it's interesting to be in a different culture and teaching English online. So it's all very interesting. So where in India are you calling from?
Actually, I am from center part of India. Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
it's called Madhya Pradesh. I am from Madhya Pradesh.
Yep.
I'm also teacher. I'm also teacher. I also teach English in a college.
Yeah. Great. And how big is the town that you live in, or the city that you live in? Is it a large area, large
No, no,
city?
no, no. Basically, I am from a small village. It is a very small village, and I've been living for I think so many years, and it is a that's why I think I teach English to my students, because in villages there are uh, students don't have good sources.
Hmm.
They don't know how to learn this language. So that's why actually this is my passion. And whenever I teach English language, so I feel very positive and very energetic. So that's why. And
Yep.
this is my personal opinion that in the cities, okay, I think city, I think 30 for 50 kilometers far from my village, and we don't have good resources or good institutes or coaching classes, because I think nowadays skills are very important. If you don't have any kind of different skills, so I think you won't get good job, even you won't get good we can see any kind of thing that you want to do. So this is the thing that we are facing, and a lots of people are there in my village, they are facing this issues. So that's why I also opened my own English institute, and nowadays I am teaching to my students English language, because there is a very common problem that village people have, and maybe people have, and that is they don't know how to learn English as a language.
Hmm.
They are learning this English as a subject. So that's why they are not improving. So nowadays I am trying this thing to implement in my students, and I want to my students they grow and they learn this language and they learn this skill, and we can also say like this is a skill. Learning any language, it is a skill.
Yep.
So it is a very good thing, and that
Hmm.
I feel very proud that I'm right now I'm whatever I'm doing, it is a great
Yep.
job. And I think in cities people have a lot of sources, so yeah, they can learn anything very easily because they have source. But in my village, I think I used to struggle a lots of things, and I used to think like past I think last 3 years I've been learning this language, and this is my first time on Cambly, and I'm using this app. So I also want to my students that they can see that how the other countries people they have different knowledge and different accents, English accents. So that's why I am here, and yeah, I think I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. You speak very well. I've actually been learning the Thai language for a few years. In this country, in Laos, the language is very similar to Thai,
Okay.
so I can use it here. And it was a brand new language for me, a different alphabet. I mean, get this, it's got 44 consonants and 28 vowels. It's like a crazy, but that's why I did it, because it was difficult. Now I've got it up to a conversational level. And I quickly realized that the most effective way to learn it was obviously daily practice is very important. But I focused on learning a smaller amount of things each day. I think learning any language is actually an easy process. A new word is easy, another new word is easy, another bit of grammar is easy. The problem is, the only problem that I see is when people try to learn too many things too quickly. And they go, oh no, this is too difficult. And got this. I had this one student who listened to a 1 hour BBC podcast, which was an excellent thing to listen to because the English is good. You can slow it down. It's excellent.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
he
yeah.
complained after listening to it twice. He complained, not to me, but he just complained about the situation that I understand most of it. I said, well, that's too much. It's 1 hour, you know. And I asked him, how did you learn your main language. You know, it's like saying, how do I learn English? Well, you know, I was a child speaking every day. So you have to, it's better to focus on the accuracy of a smaller quantity and repeat that and then add more each day.
Yeah,
That's the only way to do it.
yeah. Actually, I also tell this thing to my students that people want quick results, and this is a slow process. I always tell my students, learning is a slow process. Whatever you want to learn, learning is slow process. If you want to learn very quickly, so I think this is not possible. Like, uh, I have one question for you, and that is what do you think about that? Like, just you told me, like, learning language is easy. Okay, so this easy word, people don't understand this. They think learning any language it is easy process, but it is a very lengthy process, and I think it is a very boring process. So,
Yep.
what do you think about English? Is an easy language to learn, or any other language? Like, there are lots of languages. Like right
Yeah.
now we know, like Japanese is there, Chinese is there, but people always think like English is very difficult. So, what do you think?
Yeah.
Every single language is difficult to learn, or only English is difficult to learn?
Well, English. The one thing about English that I notice, it's full of crazy inconsistencies, silent letters, many ways to pronounce something, and why do we pronounce a GH in laugh as an F?
Yeah.
So there's all these. But that aside, when I say it's an easy, I think anything is easy when you break it down to the most minute level, like one word. That process is easy. One word is easy. Overall, it's like, well, that's difficult. But when I learned Thai, I didn't, watch a news broadcast and that's difficult. I just said one word is easy, another word is just building blocks. And then as you practice every day, and after a few weeks, I realized that I was building some very basic knowledge with basic sentences, and then I started to enjoy it more. So the boredom disappeared because I was seeing results, and it was a sense of, let's say, satisfaction that, and especially when I was using it with Thai people, it's like, wow, when I first read a sign in Thai, I thought, wow, I just read that, So, and then it wasn't boring, but
Yeah, we can do. Yeah, we can do this thing. We have to break down words in two
yeah.
or three parts. So it is very easy to pronounce those words. But yeah, one more thing that I want to. Yeah, you told me that Thai. So in Australia, I think this is a language, Thai language. What is that?
Well, the the Thailand language from Thailand. Now I'm in Laos, which is next to Thailand. So I left
Okay.
Australia more than 2 years ago.
So,
But
okay. So in Australia, I think they also speak English, or any other language is there.
well, English
In
is it's the official language, but we have a very vast multicultural community. So we have you'll hear different languages spoken, but officially it's just English.
yeah.
We also have some of our own slang and strange words, but it's not really a language. It's just
Maybe I think if I'm not wrong, I think in any country I think these things are very common. I think I also have a lot of in my local area a lot of languages people they speak. But
yep.
one more question. I think we have last 4 minutes, so I have one more question for you, and that is always students ask one question, and I think not my students, every single person who is learning English language, they have lots of questions. But one common question they have whenever who is learning this language, to who is beginner in this language, they have always one question, and that is about vocabulary. They always bother about vocabulary. They think like they are learning. Okay, right now, for example, one beginner is learning this language. He is listening. Okay, he is watching, and whatever the things we have to, when the beginner have to do, there he is doing those all things like learning vocabulary. Or but he or she has one common question, and that is they are learning every day. Okay, they learn, they by heart every day 5 or 10 vocabulary, and they think at the moment, one moment will come, and after that I will speak, because after that I will have a lots of vocabulary, and after that I will speak, because right now I don't have enough vocabs. But reality is that every single speaker or beginner who is learning English language, because English is the international language, and very nowadays English is very common language. Every second person or third person is speaking English, and they can understand very easily this language. But they have this question that they think they have enough vocabulary in their head, in their storage, but they can't speak and they are not able to speak because they have that mentality or that mindset that they don't have enough vocabulary. So what do you think that how much vocabulary is important, like if you want to speak very fluently? Like I uh, have watched a lots of videos on some speakers, English speakers.
Yeah.
They always say one thing, that is only 15 to 20% vocabulary we need to communicate casually. So it is right or wrong? This is my question for you. That
Yeah.
people, a lot of people tell this thing that we need only 15 to 20% to communicate with anyone. So this is right or wrong?
Well, you could definitely have a casual conversation, but the vocabulary and grammar and how to use the words is important. But I've only got 2 minutes left. So, I mean, you could use a BBC podcast or YouTube videos and as I said, break things down and listen to a small quantity. Just listen to 5 minutes of it many times. And whenever there's a new word, write it down, research it. And then they can use that and find out what the grammar is, because you can hear the correct grammar on those resources. It's just daily practice, and after a while they'll get used to that, and in the meantime add new ones. It's just building blocks. But 20%, well, that would probably be enough to have some good casual conversations. Yeah, it's just immersing yourself in it. And Cambly is a very good place to consult on particular words and grammar.
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Yeah, it means this is the right thing that we only need 20% vocabulary. Okay. So I think people have to speak. Okay. Who is learning this language, they are unable to speak because they're always afraid to speak, open their mouth. So that's why they are unable to speak, because they think a lot of things about English language. Like they have this thing and that thing. So we have to speak and open our mouth, because I have been learning this language for around 2 years, and
We've only
I
got 20. We've only got 20 seconds remaining. So
yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. I think it was nice talking.
Just complete immersion. Just tell the kids, how did they learn their main language? How did I learn English?
Yeah.
We had time as kids, so just immerse yourself in it. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Speaking with you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.